Contributor Paul Callan. Paul, good morning. Thank you for joining us. You know, I think part of it is that, a lot of it is that it's just so confusing. So what does all of this mean?
Well, the courts are starting to get a little more focused on this. This is the health care reform bill, the big bill that was passed in 2010. And one of the things in the bill is what they call the individual mandate. And it says that if you don't have insurance, the law is going to require you to buy insurance. And the federal courts have been looking at that, saying, is it constitutional to force an American who does not want to have health insurance to buy health insurance? Or, as opponents say, is it a violation of the U.S. Constitution, the Commerce Clause? And now, for the first time, we have federal courts in sharp disagreement. The 11th Circuit, which covers part of the South, and the 6th Circuit, which covers Michigan to Tennessee, are in total disagreement on this. One of them says unconstitutional, the other says constitutional. So a lot of experts in this field think it's going to go to the U.S. Supreme Court now for final resolution.
Most assuredly, it probably will go to the U.S. Supreme Court. The problem is that, about more than a dozen states are getting millions and millions of dollars in federal money to implement the health care law. I mean, things are going forward full steam ahead in states like Maryland. So what do? Do they stop? Do they accept the federal money? Will they be wasting federal tax dollars if they go up and set up health care exchanges as is required by this law?
Well, it's a real dilemma for the states because obviously, depending upon which way the Supreme Court goes, they could be out a lot of money and the entire health care scheme could collapse. And frankly, there are very strong arguments on both sides of this question about compelling somebody to buy health insurance. People who are, strong, rugged individualists say, I don't need health insurance. I don't get sick. You can't make me buy it. And then other people say, well, listen, you get run over by a car, you go to the emergency room. Who's going to pay for that? Well, taxpayers are going to pay for that. So there are very, very strong arguments on both sides of this. And although there have been some precedents, the Commerce Clause has been argued back until the 1800s, there's never been something kind of as clear-cut as this on this sort of individual freedom, personal responsibility issue.
All right, Paul Callan, CNN legal contributor, we thank you for breaking this all down for us so we understand it. Thank
nice
you
being
so
with
much.
you, Leah.
Good to see you.
Coming up next.